planned out the day before where I was going to go, a place that's very important to me, the spiritual connection to the land. Found the place, set up the camera, and I realized, oh wow, now I have to perform. Is this the picture? Can I do this? Maybe I shouldn't do the project. I'm looking for the view, through the viewfinder, adjusting inches, waiting for the light. My heart is pounding. I'm in a cold sweat. There's an incredible mystery out there that I feed on.
Mm-hmm. It says there's something out there to pay attention to. There's some huge reality. There's some profound beauty. There's some ineffable power. That not only deserves your attention, it demands your attention if you want to live.
This film is a dialogue of words and images that brings together the lives of two remarkable people, Jim Brandenburg and Parker Palmer. And it's a dialogue that has a role for you as well. Parker is an acclaimed author and educator whose books, public presentations, and retreat programs have inspired people in all walks of life seeking personal integrity and professional renewal. In 1997, he formed the Center for Courage and Renewal, which today has a large national network of facilitators. The center's retreats and training programs offer transformational experiences that enable people to reconnect who they are with what they do.
For 15 years, I've worked with thousands of people around the country who are, as you described, not photographers. They don't live in the North Woods. They aren't artists or intellectuals. They're people doing the work of the world who reach a point in life where they realize, I'm so far removed in my identity and integrity in this work that I'm doing. My soul and my role are so profoundly divorced from one another that I've got to bring these two back together. The pain is too great. And there are ways for them to take such a journey.
It is a journey that Parker knows well from personal experience. On several occasions, he has struggled with debilitating depression, experiences that threatened his career and his life. Parker's journey to renewal gave him hard-won revelations into the importance of living a life with passion and purpose.
That's a very personal thing in some way, and yet I feel it very important that I try to share that that dimension of my personal experience, because so many people in this society, in this world, suffer from depression. And so I think witnessing to the possibility of surviving it and even thriving on the other side of it, and what it is that one can learn in the darkness, is an important public mission.
Jim is an internationally acclaimed photographer who has created a legacy through his career with the National Geographic magazine and National Geographic Films by capturing images of the wild world that teach us to see with new eyes. Jim's assignments for National Geographic resulted in a huge portfolio of images taken all over the world. But after decades of demanding deadlines and exhausting travel that kept him far from home for months at a time, Jim came face to face with a challenge that put his career at risk.
In life, you have to have a zest for life, you have to be inspired. I lost that somehow. I don't know if it was because of boredom, because I was tired, or because I just felt there was a kind of a plethora of too much coming at me, too much I lost passion.
In his desperation to revive his passion for photography, an idea came to Jim for a personal project. For 90 days, from the first day of fall to the first day of winter, he set out to capture the spirit of the forests and lakes surrounding his home in northern Minnesota, while limiting himself to a single photo, one click of the shutter each day.
For some reason, which is inexplicable, my intuition told me that this was the project, this 90-day Chased by the Light project, was either going to wring it out of me or force me to move on to do something different.
The project's focus and discipline contrasted sharply from the practice at the Geographic of taking hundreds, if not thousands, of pictures day after day. Jim's pursuit of each image led him deep into the wilderness. Most days he walked for miles, looking for photographic opportunities that proved elusive.
This was the most difficult project I've ever done by far in my life. And no one was watching. No one had any expectations except me.
The photos from the 90-day project sat in a drawer at his studio for 2 years. Then, a visiting National Geographic editor saw the images.
And I saw these photographs. And I thought the photographs were magnificent. I said, we have to publish this.
The article ran as a National Geographic cover story titled Northwoods Journal that generated a huge response from readers. Jim's pictures and account of personal and creative renewal, published as a book titled Chased by the Light, and as a public television documentary by the same name, rejuvenated Jim's passion for his work and launched his career to a whole new level.
Doing this project at home, literally, where I could virtually walk to every picture, really revitalized me. It didn't bring me back to the world that I was tired of. It put me deeper into that world that is more mysterious and more elusive and more spiritual. My plan is to continue this project in one way or the other until I don't shoot anymore. It's important to me to capture this country before I go, and I know I'll never be able to do it. The more I'm here, the more I photograph, the more I see it's endless.
Chased by the Light also came to Parker's attention.
I was aware of your name, and when I then learned about Chased by the Light, I thought, this is an amazing spiritual journey and professional, technical experiment, sort of all wound together, which involves both the self and the heart and the soul and technology and professional skill and resourcefulness. It's so interesting. I mean, I think we've come to the same place in relation to each other from different points, because your photographs open up things for me that are impossible to put into words, and so that extends my knowing to a new dimension.
It's interesting that the picture and the word and how we can weave them and dissect them. I'm really interested in exploring that.
Yeah, I really am too. We're drawn toward a peculiar form of light that is what gives us growth. For you, it's been images and the natural world. For me, it's been words and trying to understand human nature. What you do in the natural world and what we do in the human world, I think, powerfully converge.
Having each faced challenges that threatened their careers, Parker and Jim came together at Jim's home and studio for 3 days to explore the themes of personal and professional renewal. To fuel their discussions, Jim and Parker viewed the Chased by the Light documentary, illuminating lessons of renewal that we can all explore in our own lives.